So today happens to be the Yartzeit of the HaChaim. And the HaChaim is a very special phenomena. Everybody learns his Torah. The entire Torah world and Hasidim love the Sefer. You could imagine he was a Talmud of the Baal Shem Tov. He was a contemporary, older than the Baal Shem Tov. And a Hasidic story goes that when the HaChaim HaKadosh passed away, it was Shabbos, and the Baal Shem Tov, when he washed the Shalashudis, he said, Kavo ner hamarovi, and nobody understood what he's talking about. And after Shabbos, they became aware that the HaChaim passed away. And they asked the Baal Shem Tov, how did he know? That would seem to be a strange question. How did he know? Probably he knew everything. So the Baal Shem Tov said that the side of Netilas Yadayim is only Nazgala to one person in every generation. And he didn't know that side. And when he washed the Shalashudis, suddenly, like a revelation, he understood the side of Netilas Yadayim. So he imagined that the HaChaim Kodesh passed away, because the HaChaim knew that side, and when he passed away, it was up for grabs. And the Baal Shem HaKadosh received that side of Netilas Yadayim. So somebody checked, and Tezvov was never chal on Shabbos, at least that year, that the HaChaim passed away. And then somebody did some research and came up with an amazing idea that there's a 2-hour time difference between the Ukraine and Eretz Yisrael. The HaChaim was in Eretz Yisrael. So when the Baal Shem Tov washed the Shalashudis, it was already Motzei Shabbos in Eretz Yisrael, and the HaChaim passed away. So the story stems. So it's not a kash. So the HaChaim was a giant of his time, one of the Sephardi Gedolim, and he wrote many Sforim. The HaChaim is the best known. But in Halacha, his most powerful and amazing sefer is the Pri Toyer on Yoredeya, in which he is the nemesis, maybe not the right word, of the Pri Chodesh. The Pri Chodesh was a big takaf, and he goes against everyone, against the Beis Yosef, against the Ramah, and the HaChaim is out to be meyashev, the Beis Yosef and the Ramah, from all the kashas of the Pri Chodesh. He wrote a Sefer Rishon LeZion, on Shulchan Aruch, on Chefetz Hashem, on Mesechtes, on Shas. When he passed away, he was 47 years old. And it's amazing at such a young age how he achieved so much. In the introduction to his Sefer Chefetz Hashem, he writes that he asks anybody to learn a Sefer only if he learns Torah Lishma. And if you don't learn Torah Lishma, don't dare to learn in this Sefer. Many years ago, I heard from the Nesiv Shalom, the Slonim Rebbe, there is a Kabbalah that today the HaChaim is no longer makbid, and anybody can learn in the Sefer. And I say, sure, he's not makbid, because why would he write a Sefer that nobody can learn? Nobody would learn in the Sefer. How about those people that do learn Torah Lishma? So the Gemara says, when Rabbi Gamliel was Nasi, he said, Kol she'ein toichoi kebarai lo yakones lebeis hamedrash. When Rabbi Elazar ben Azariah became Nasi, he opened the doors and he said, anybody could come in. V'nesra b'safsele debei midrasha. So the Kotzker Rebbe said, Remendele Makotsk, what was wrong with the Hashkaf of Rabbi Gamliel? He said the real Toichei Kebarois always stayed outside. So, Ma'ilach HaChomim B'tekanto. The real Toichei Kebarois never came in. Because if you're Toichei Kebaroi, you have some another. And I say, if there are people that learn Torah Lishma, they are the ones that won't dare to learn the HaChaim Sefer. So what's the point? So if somebody really wants to learn the Chayfetz Hashem, I think I would give him a heter. If you really want to learn the Chayfetz Hashem. That's an interesting question, but I did show some Talmidei Chachamim that in Pri-Toyar, he also writes something similar, not in the Hagdama, but in the Sefer Gufa. I don't know why he only wrote that in Chayfetz Hashem. Maybe the HaChaim is so full of Avos Torah and Yireh Shamayim and Musa that he didn't want to limit the people that will learn in the Sefer HaChaim al Torah. So in HaChaim we don't find anything of that nature, neither introduction or in the Sefer. So Schus Eitogon Aleinu Val Kol Yisrael. It should be a Melech Yoisha for Klal Yisrael.